Monday, 7 p.m. December 1st, 2025. And if you would all, we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll just take a quick moment of silence. If you would, please, Christian, if you do a roll call.
Trustee Kissinger.
Present.
Trustee Wagner. Trustee Fields.
Here.
Trustee Reister. Here. Trustee Cox.
She's
Present.
excused. She's at a company party tonight.
President Pro Tem Keller.
Here.
President Frisbee.
Here. We have an agenda in front of us. So is there any changes or additions by staff? Hearing none, is there anything the council
Well,
would
let
wish to add?
me mention, President Pro Temp Keller is going to speak on the fire authority on a document that I'll be signing tomorrow.
Would we want to wait till his trustee time to
Yes,
do that?
we'll
or do it-
we'll do that under a fire authority report.
All right, very good. If anyone's like to stick around and listen to that, do so. So we have an agenda in front of us. What's this council's desire?
So moved.
Support.
We have motion and support. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? We have an agenda. Thank you so much. And we have a special guest here tonight, some special appearances by the Vicksburg Arts. Our strategic plan and recognizing the arts that are hanging in the Village Hall right now from the youth participation during the Berg Days of Summer this past year. So
Yeah. So we have in the gallery recently installed a gallery hanging system. And so the idea is to Vicksburg Arts to curate exhibits here in the Village Hall. And today we have two artists who are actually exhibiting in the hall. Berg Days of Summer, we always provide an activity supported by the village that will bring the community together. So it's a community effort in order to create something that, you know, we can either exhibit or the main thing is that we connect with the community. And so here's Daniel Dene and Joe de Gerard, and they're one of the two artists that are hanging in there. And maybe you guys can talk a little bit about your piece. Is that allowed for a minute or so?
absolutely.
Okay, all right. And then,
Altina Dion.
yes,
I didn't have a chance to introduce you.
I'm sorry.
So for the
Okay.
rest of the world, welcome, Altina Dion, and thank
Thank
you
you.
for being here.
Yes, well, thank you for having me. Yeah, go ahead.
And my piece is the woven electronic textile piece called Community Connections. And for me, being a part of the Vicksburg community and having everyone is just a very special thing. And to have people participate in helping to create the art was very important. And so I chose to represent 4 places around town that kind of mean something to me, and connected them to some of the other pieces so that there's lights and sounds of some of the things that represent Vicksburg, such as a train sound that goes off when you touch the piece. Again, for me, Vicksburg is about all of those connections, and every place in there is especially special to myself. So thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
And Daniel?
Good evening, everyone. So my piece is titled Village Memories, Present and Past, or Past and Present. And so my piece showcases some of the places around town that I have grown up with, such as the library. When I was younger, I used to visit a lot. But yes, so my piece really integrates in the idea of community through kind of a paint-by-number system, where I went in and initially sketched in all the places that you see on the finished piece now, as well as blocked in some of the sky and the foliage around. And then during 2 allotted Berg Day sessions, the community kids and adults got to paste and collage the pieces of paper that you see on the piece today. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, the other artists are not here. The one, Eric Burton, is right around the corner here, and we all created little pipe cleaner people, and they're all made into one piece. If you stand in front of it, you can stand in front of it for quite a while, and you will see something new every single time. And then Jessica's Walua Cook has her piece on the easel. It was quite heavy, so we didn't dare to hang it on the gallery hanging system. And those are all little canvases that were painted by the community and that made like her piece over there. So those are the contributions. We have more, but not in the exhibit right now. Hey, okay. Can I go into the strategic plan?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Please do.
Okay. All right. Well, so I'm Eltine de Jong. I'm Executive Director of Vicksburg Arts. And we are here tonight to recognize what we've done with Burg Days to mark our 10-year anniversary and to introduce our strategic plan to you. I'm not here by myself, so I wanted to introduce, well, Sid Bastos. You know Sid. So we work really well together. So you know that Sid's outgoing executive director, I'm incoming, and we match really well. So we are continuing to work together. Board President Gina Spack. And I saw Derek, he's our treasurer, he's over there. And then of course those two artists over there are here to represent Vicksburg Arts. Okay, so if you have any questions afterwards, we're happy to connect. So, Christian, yeah, there we go. So, as the incoming executive director, I stepped into this role with equal parts respect for the work that's been done and energy for what's possible next. Vicksburg Arts has built a very strong foundation, 10 years of programs, partnerships, and creative community building. And now it's time to build on that with clear priorities, new initiatives, and a sharp focus on impact. So the strategic plan reflects where we're headed. It's about expanding access to the arts, but it's also about deepening impact, growing opportunities for skill building, creating space for personal growth, and making the arts a visible, valued part of everyday life in our region. We'll invest in placemaking that matters, programs that inspire, and partnerships that last. And I did actually put a strategic plan in front of you if you want more details. So, yep. When we set out to define the future of Vicksburg Arts, we knew it had to reflect more than just our own ideas. So we started listening, we talked with stakeholders, asked program participants what mattered most to them, sent out surveys, and then brought our staff and board and some other community members together for a retreat where we could really dig in. What came out of those conversations was a wealth of insight about what's working, where the gaps are, and what this community truly wants from its arts organization. We took all of that input and used it to shape our strategic plan, and the result is a framework that's practical, forward-looking, and built with the community, not just for it. So we changed our mission and our vision slightly to better reflect who we are and where we're heading. So we make art without walls, meaning low barrier arts and culture experience that anyone at any age, ability, economic background can access right where they live, enriching the quality of life. Our work sparks enjoyment, inspiration, it builds belonging, it creatively connects our community and turns public spaces into creative, people-first places. Our goals are designed to build. I'm just looking if you can read those, but it seems pretty small. Our goals are designed to build a lasting, inclusive, and community-driven organization. We aim to create programming that truly reflects the rich diversity of South Kalamazoo County and making those accessible for all. At the same time, we're laying the groundwork for long-term sustainability by strengthening our financial base and investing in a capable, mission-aligned team. Our efforts are guided by a strong and authentic brand presence that resonates across the region, backed by thoughtful policies and systems that ensure transparency, accountability, and consistency in everything we do. And these goals are about growth, and they're also about resilience, equity, and impact. So our strategy is grounded in our core values, and those values are what guide every decision that we make. And when you put those values alongside our strategic goals, they work hand in hand. The goals give us direction, and the values give us the compass. Together, they make sure our work is not only effective, but meaningful and lasting. So, we have enjoyment, reminding us that joy fuels connection. So our programs are designed to inspire and uplift. Inclusivity keeps us focused on making sure everyone feels welcome and represented. Enrichment drives us to create experiences that build confidence and curiosity. Innovation pushes us to keep evolving, trying new ideas and staying fresh. And stewardship ensures we are leading with integrity, managing resources wisely, and earning the trust of our community and partners. So we are 10 years now, and it marks 10 years of impact. And in that time, we've grown from a small group of passionate community members into a recognized cultural leader in South Kalamazoo County. We've hosted countless public events, supported local artists, activated public spaces, and engaged residents of all ages and backgrounds. And each of those efforts has contributed not only to the cultural vitality of our region, but to its economic strength as well. Those 10 years prove two things. First, that there is a deep community appetite for the arts. And second, that Vicksburg Arts has the resilience and staying power to deliver. A foundation we're ready to build on for the next 10 years. So right now we're building momentum. Extra summer camps for kids, those are growing every year. Collaborations with South County Senior Services, for example, with our senior art programs. The Village Hall Gallery. Working, with the village on birthdays and Christmas in the village and all those fun activities. We are supporting regional artists. And over the next year, we're going to deepen that work. We're launching youth and adult programming. And actually, Daniel's still here. Daniel is part of our youth advisory committee, which is newly approved by the board. We have about 6 teens on that committee right now, and they are developing programming for those teens, for example, and they're telling us what they would like to do, and then we hope to make that happen. Yeah. So that's one thing that we're doing. We're strengthening our partnerships. We are professionalizing the organization and preparing for a permanent visible home for the arts in Vicksburg. So that's a big goal that we have. In short, we're moving to a stable, long-term arts presence that uses art as a medium for connection across the whole community. So we're asking you, the Village of Vicksburg, to stay in partnership with us, and we thank you for all the support you've given us over the years, and we hope that you will be giving that to us over the years to come. So if you could work with us, look for maybe a space, if you hear something. We are hopefully going to be going into a feasibility study for that. We're building our endowment, so going to financial sustainability and, all the goals that are in the strategic plan. So, thank you. Thank you. Are there any questions? And we're here afterwards, too.
I would like to say Daniel is very busy because he is also a member of our Parks and Rec Board. So I hope that that is the start of a lot more youth in the community getting involved in these things so that we have that leadership going forward. Also, we have been working on our master plan for Parks and Rec, and a lot of the feedback that we got with the surveys that were taken was to see more partnership with arts and the parks. So I look forward to discussing that with you in the future.
Okay, well, that's very good to hear. We'd love to talk about it. Yep.
Anyone else?
I think I'd like, I think it's really shows what can happen in a small municipality, how this all comes together. As Sid will attest, I was an early adopter of this whole arts philosophy and drawing people to our community. Embraced it immediately. I have publicly acknowledged I was wrong, and now I'm trying my best to correct and speed up some, but it does show, because anyone at Berg Days now might pay better attention to the arts cart and all the hundreds of kids that participate each week, and then the creative minds that were on display here and will be in Village Hall for others to see and enjoy. I think it'll only grow because we have a lot of, I really appreciate Frederick's construction, but I'm tired of looking at this gray wall in back of you. So I think of other artwork that could be displayed in this room will really go nice. So thank you. Thank you for your patience and everything you guys do.
Well, thank you so much for all you do for the arts in the community. Thank you.
Eltiana, I wanted
Yeah.
to say thank you to yourself and everyone in the organization, especially the artists and Jim and staff. The entry gallery is an amazing idea. It's a great concept. I love what's going on in that space, and it really helps turn this, governmental building into something that's a bit more community than just serving our people. It's really showing how we connect to those people as well, which I think was a core message of your organization too. So very much appreciate the partnership.
Yeah, thank you.
I did just get confirmation from my wife because I had to double check. My kids were collaborators on some of that art. So again, community right now, instantly. So yeah, I was like, did they do these? And she's like, yeah, they did. So I think it's an awesome thing to kind of tag along with Ryan. I think it pulls together that what can seem drab, even though our building is not drab, it's awesome. And it's brand new and paid off, right? Yeah. In cash. I don't have the speech down like Jim, but it does pull everything together real nice and very community focused. I love it.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
It's been 10 years already. And congratulations. I know when we first met, you were just coming on strong and we had a lot of different visions, but I tell you, you guys are killing it. The collaboration with the village and the arts downtown, it's made Berg Days, all right? It's what I think we all envisioned was an area where community come together, young and old, and I think, Tiana, you just said anyone, any age, and that's the cool part about it. You've got little kids. You can look at these displays you have out there, the vision. Everybody had a little bit of input on each one of those, right? The artist had the vision, but employed all the rest of the people in the community to do a little piece of it. And to have them turn out as crazy good as they did. And I encourage you, look at the pipe cleaners, one over here on the wall. You can see far into it, what that person was thinking, and there's, probably 50 people individually on one piece in there. So it's been great. It's a great partnership. We love what's taking place, and I really appreciate, Sid, you sticking with it. This is your vision that you had 10 years ago, putting a plan in place with goals and objectives. So, yeah, you've got our support for sure.
Mr. President.
Sir.
Yeah, and I'd like to say that also in my free time, I'm on the Lions Club, and I know that the Village for Berg Days has always reached out to those organizations, and
And we have given, but it's been expressly earmarked for the arts when we've done that. And the village has been very gracious in making sure that did happen. So even the Lions Club, they recognize that it's important. So thank you for what you do.
Christian, that donation request we queued up. Go ahead and hit send.
I'm no longer club president, so go for it.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your time, and thanks for being here tonight. And thanks to Daniel and Jody. Thanks for being here and doing what you do. So look forward to a wonderful 2026 birthdays of summer and success in your overall goals and plans. We want to be part of it. Thank you.
Is this when we mentioned that we won't be disappointed if you wanted to slip out and not listen to the very exciting tablet CCTV contract that we're going to discuss next? All right.
Thanks so much. We have no public officials tonight in the audience. Now's the time for citizens' comments. Anything you'd like to discuss, agenda related tonight?
Hi, I think I'm supposed to say my name and address, right? Jackie Coney, 515 South Main Street. And I didn't really plan on speaking tonight, except these guys were presenting, and I just want to congratulate the village again on this amazing partnership. And I moved to town 10 years ago and was on the DDA, and that was the very beginning, like right before then. I mean, so the village, I don't know if everyone remembers publicly, but the village ran the village, or the Vicksburg Cultural Arts Center. It was a village project. And so for it to then grow and have the support to become its own vibrant organization and add so much to this community is just really cool for such a small community, and to have the success. And obviously there have been some tough times in the last 10 years, and for them to come through so strong is pretty incredible, but it couldn't have been done without you guys starting it. So thank you.
Thanks, Jackie, for that. Seeing no others, I've got some comments I'll make after we have some further discussion tonight. So I'll pass on to that, to our general consent agenda. We have our minutes from our last meeting, November 17, 2025, our warrant reports. There's no event request and no correspondence.
Make a motion to approve.
Trustee Wagner, I support.
We have motion to support. Will you do a roll call, please, Christian?
Trustee Reister? Yes. Trustee Fields? Yes. Trustee Wagner?
Yes.
Trustee Kissinger?
Yes.
President Pro Tem Keller?
Yes.
President Frisbee?
Yes. And we have an action item in front of us tonight, is the Taplin CCTV contract. So I'll let Jim discuss that a bit.
Yes, this is something, I think we're in our third year, and what we did is the entire system, be it 100%, we televised 10% a year just to look at conditions and any future CIP needs that might happen to have that documentation on hand. We obviously have started in critical areas and moved, but the area this 10% will cover, I believe, are the neighborhoods off of 22nd Street, so the original development for the Centennial neighborhood, and that infrastructure is going on a little over 20 years old, so we'll have all that filmed and televised. And some of the things that we find during that are root structures have gone in, and then we can go ahead and put a cutting device down into the lines, clear those lines out, and with the goal of them lasting their full life expectancy. So this is a continuation of that plan, but so we're, as staff, highly recommending council's motion, support, and approval to enter this contract and continue the relationship. And I believe it's at the same cost per foot as last year's contract, so they did not increase it for us.
Just for some clarity to those that are questioning what it is, this is the inspection of our sewer lines, correct?
Correct.
Trustee Wagner, I move that we approve the contract as submit.
Trustee Fields, I support.
Any other discussion, anyone? Hearing none, if we have motion to support, would you do a roll call, please, Christian?
Trustee Fields?
Yes.
Trustee Kissinger?
Yes.
Trustee Reister. Yes. Trustee Wagner.
Yes.
President Pro Tem Keller.
Yes.
President Frisbee.
Yes. And we jump to Mr. Manager's report. Mr. Mallers.
Yeah, just a couple short, brief items tonight. First is we're pretty set on Christmas in the Berg, December 13th. Remind everyone that it is a full-day event. I know our retail merchants are getting together to offer unique specials and a retail shopping experience that coincides with our Berg Bucks program. So if you haven't taken advantage of that, certainly take advantage and get a 25% bonus amount of money to be able to purchase your Christmas needs here in the village of Vicksburg. So going to have the bus taking people through town. All really shout out to John DeBalt and his entire group and team. John Kern's been involved. Christian's led it from a staff perspective. So now we just think good thoughts and prayers for good weather and safe time. Stubby's is going to put a float in. They just contacted me today. Not to throw it out there to the other retail establishments, but we'd love to get as many people participating as possible. That's even if you want to walk in the parade, contact us and we'll be looking to have a great time. So any questions on the next downtown event, which is Christmas in the Berg? Okay. I did want to talk, obviously we've all experienced the weather the past 72 hours, quite a significant snowfall, not only in accumulation, but also in density. I do want to publicly recognize our public safety team and our police department who is working throughout those weather. Not only that, as well as our Department of Public Works, but we're talking a Thanksgiving holiday weekend that unfortunately these events don't happen Monday through Friday on normal business hours. So they stay serving the city. We had approximately 20 to 25 hours of different times plowing throughout the city. So everything I think made it through okay, and we wouldn't mind a little bit of reprieve on that front as well, and maybe some of this global warming or something will happen and we can not get involved in snow removal. But my main point is let's publicly thank and recognize our police department and Department of Public Works, all young individuals with families at home that serve the citizens during this holiday weekend. So thank you for that. My last comment, and very brief, but I think it's critically important. About 10 years ago, started on this journey, which I just recognized coincides in parallels Vicksburg Arts for that 10-year journey. It's been a roller coaster ride as well. So, but part of that foundation has been the commitment to transparency. And transparency is excellent and fun and noteworthy when you're talking about positive things as tonight and relationships and impact of arts and programming. But if you're committed to transparency, that's also at times that aren't so comfortable. So I'm going to just read a public statement from Village Manager Jim Mallory regarding Schoolcraft Township tax roll concerns. Over the past several weeks, starting near the end of October, I've been working to identify concerns related to the 2025 tax roll prepared by officials of Schoolcraft Township. I initiated meetings with township officials in late October and again in mid-November. During these discussions, I became aware that Schoolcraft Township had identified concerns with the tax roll they prepared, potentially as early as February 2025. I also learned that the township had engaged a new assessing firm, which began to conduct a comprehensive review of the tax roll throughout the summer months of 2025, and that written communication occurred between Schoolcraft Township officials and certain Village of Vicksburg property owners during the late fall of 2025. Communication that village officials were neither made aware of nor included in. At this time, the village has only limited information regarding the nature and extent of these potential issues and impact on the Village of Vicksburg. Out of an obligation to protect both the village and our residents, we have sought the counsel of our village attorney, Catherine Kaufman, and will continue to gather all relevant facts surrounding the tax roll prepared by Schoolcraft Township. I want to assure the village council and the public that we are treating this matter with the utmost seriousness and transparency, and it is my expectation that Schoolcraft Township officials will now do likewise as well. As additional information becomes available, I'll keep the council fully informed and provide timely updates to our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. So it takes us to committee times. I don't think trees have met in a bit, so Parks and Rec.
We had a Parks and Rec meeting last week. And just so you know, typically we don't have any Parks and Rec meetings in November or December, but in preparation of our new master plan, we received the first draft, which will now be available for a 30-day public review timeline. And at the next Parks and Rec meeting in December, the week of Christmas, hopefully we should have a finalized master plan drawn up.
Thank you. Cats meeting.
I think on that note, what to the council, it prompts me, I believe it's the first meeting in January that will come in front of it goes December 22nd to the Parks and Rec for their final input, ultimate vote of support to move on to the council, then we'll come to the council the first week of January. Okay.
Thank you for that, yes.
Thank you. So the cats, it was kind of a quiet meeting at Cats. One of the things they've reported on is their fiscal 27 budget has been starting to get drafted. The Metro Transit, the state road budget has been approved. The MetroLink, that Uber-style ridership is up. It came on as a temporary plan to see if it was viable or not. And it's really taken off. So they've got a future budget for 27 they're working on for that one. And it is definitely most active around the Western Michigan University campus. So that was a CATS update. Was there a planning meeting update?
That'll be next week. The meeting will be.
And there was sewer and water. There was no update from sewer and water. And that takes us to the South County Fire Authority.
I think your point was if everybody wanted to stick around and listen to it afterwards, they could. Is that what?
So I was trying to get everybody.
Just so the board is aware, spent the last week plus working on new policies and procedures for the authority. As everybody should know by now, April 1st of 2026, we will go from 6 entities down to 4 entities. So we are completely revamping everything, stem to stern. I'm not only on the apparatus committee, but also the HR committee and the executive committee. So anyways, we've been going through those. So we've got that done. Submitting it to the attorney for them to review it and get it back to us so we can try to hopefully have a final draft. I should have a budget this month that I will be presenting to the council. If not by the end of December, it'll be the 1st of January. It'll be in a format that everybody should be able to recognize and understand clearly, which will be nice. Be basically operational and capital. We won't have 10,000 line items anymore, so it'll make it very easy to understand. One thing did come up in the meeting a week and a half ago. It was suggested, and President Frisbee was there, but it was suggested that maybe the village should entertain having a representative attend the township supervisors meeting only because there are things that happen in those meetings that don't get publicly announced, like Speaker Matt Hall's representative will come there and he'll talk on something. So, because he figures he can get a lot of individuals in one room, and we tend to not necessarily hear about that until later down the road. It was just a suggestion that they kind of explained it's cats on steroids, so I don't know if I necessarily would want a lot.
Better than cats, I was.
Sure, okay. Anyways, but it was, a suggestion was made, so that's something we can discuss as a council if we want to pursue that or not. Manager Mallory, earlier in the meeting, had made the comment, there we go. As everybody hopefully remembers, about a year ago, we entered in to the intergovernmental fire protection that Kalamazoo County has. It dealt with the ambulance service, okay, because we were on our own, and then Pride went out of business. So the county has a intergovernmental agency, for lack of a better term, that we became a partner in, the authority did. Well, as part of that, they have an intergovernmental fire protection hazardous materials incident response agreement, which we have never signed in the past because we were not part of that consortium, but now we are. This is basically a resolution of how hazardous accidents will be handled in the responses. Dr. Fales, I believe, is the one that initiated this. It's been requested that every entity, even though the fire authority is there as one entity because we have currently 6, they want every member to sign this document. So I'm just making the board aware of it. There's no gotchas in there or anything else. Any monetary responsibility is covered by the fire authority, is not covered by the village. So the fire authority already covers that. But they are requesting that we have that signed. So I guess I'd like to make a motion to allow Manager Mallory to sign that document and drop that off at Station 2.
What's the document titled?
Intergovernmental Fire Protection Hazardous Materials Incident Response Agreement.
ITGCA?
Sure, yes. There is no financial responsibility from the village on this. It's just.
But document acknowledging and
Correct.
the fact that we've read it and agree with it.
Yes.
I support that.
Will we have a motion and support? Any further discussion and clarity? Or
I second.
we have motion, support, and second. Roll call. Roll call, please, Kristen.
Trustee Wagner.
Yes.
Trustee Kitzinger.
Yes.
Trustee Fields.
Yes.
Trustee Reister.
Yes.
President Pro Tem Keller.
Yes.
President Frisbee.
Yes. Thank you. Thanks for that. Now it's time for citizens' comments. It's time that anyone has anything on their mind they'd like to speak to. Now it's time to do it. Seeing none, we'll jump to trustees' time, and we'll thankfully have our trustee Gail Reister with us tonight. Glad to see you up and smiling and look like you're on the mend, so thank you.
I am, and I just want to say that it is such a pleasure to live in a village that is so helpful. I have a really good friend who offered her house to me because I can't do stairs, and my house is filled with stairs. And lots of people have been carting me around like Carl, and I'm so appreciative of all the help that I've had. So thank you, Vicksburg, very much.
Trustee Fields.
Nothing tonight.
Trustee Wagner.
I'd like to say, Gail, I think all of that is a small amount of the kindness you've shown Vicksburg, so glad to see you're getting some in return. Thank you to DPW and all the staff for this last 72 hours. As Jim said, I did see him this morning driving by my house, and he promptly asked if I wanted to get in and help out the last 40 minutes, to which I did decline, but next time I'll take him up on the offer. So looking forward to hopping in the deuce here one of these days. plowing the streets of Vicksburg. Also, I saw this on social media. Kalamazoo County Road Commission officially announced their TU Sprinkle Road roundabout project that's going to be initiated for planning, I believe, in 2026. Implementation, I'm not sure when. It was pretty vague on that, but it looks like that's going into the stage where they're approving that to go forward, get the planning and all the background work done, but TU and Sprinkle looking like a roundabout coming, so they formalize that. That's it for me.
It is, and I did a poor job at Cats because we talked about that at great length, so that is happening.
That's my report on cats.
No comments tonight.
President Pro Tem Keller.
I'd like to extend my gratitude to DPW and also Public Safety for everything it did over this weekend. I was not in the village, but I had to drive back, and the roads from 66 to here were not good. Once I got to the village, they were vastly improved, and so I do appreciate everything they did over the weekend. And also, I want to extend my gratitude for the fire authority because they were on call this weekend too. Had to go out. They said it was very difficult on ambulance calls, so appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for that. And yeah, again, thanks to DPW, our police department, and the fire. I had an opportunity to attend the fire board meeting last week before last, and I made a comment to him that I kind of had a self-imposed deadline for them to have their strategy together, and I congratulated them. I believe they're ahead of that schedule. The hours that Carl and the whole team have put together to pull this off is admirable, and I thank you all very much. I want to thank them personally for what they've done and how far they've gotten. To what Jim spoke to tonight, I'm sure I'll have more comments. I've reached out to a couple of the people at the township. It's very, very concerning and disheartening the fact that we don't have the transparency of the intergovernmental relationship that I thought we had and would expect we would have with Schoolcraft Township. It's very concerning and very disappointing, but hopefully they'll reach out to me and respond to a couple of my emails, and we'll have some conversations and we'll get to the bottom of it. And I thank Jim for chasing after this and keeping this, and I know this has been a priority since it's come to light, so thank you for that. We have one more meeting before the Christmas in Berg? No.
You were wrong. We have the planning commission meeting.
Did you have to say that publicly? It won't be the last. All right. Encourage everyone to come to the Christmas in the Berg on the 19th. 13th. That's where I was going. I should have just ended it right there. 13th of December, everyone.
We just got a commitment from Keith Thompson at Channel 3 to be one of our judges. So, yes.
No way.
So we will look forward to Keith being in town. And, maybe we'll have him escorted in with a DPW plow truck or something, just in recognition of.
I was hoping he was right, because then I thought maybe I could go to the parade, but if it's on the 13th, I can't.
I was just trying to keep your spirits up. That's all it was. You know, the 13th. All right. With that, at least I embarrassed myself some more. Entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Support.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned. Thank you all for being here tonight.